Ivan Provorov should never have been allowed to play tonight after what he did. If you didn't hear, tonight was Pride Night for the Flyers. The team wore rainbow-colored jerseys to be inclusive of the 2S LGBTQIA+ community, and Provorov made the very brave decision not to participate because he's standing up against including marginalized communities. Provorov took the coward's way out and hid behind his religion. His argument was basically, because of my religion, I can't put on that jersey. Listen, I've seen a lot of people defending Provorov, saying, look, it's an individual opinion. But from a technical standpoint here, I mean, it's the Flyers making a statement about inclusivity as a team, as an organization. If Provorov doesn't want to be on the team, look, that's fine. Freedom of speech. But guess what? You also can't play because you're not on the team. I'm tired of people like this being treated as martyrs or heroes because all they're doing is punching down on marginalized communities. I just see no defense for stuff like this. What a terrible message for the youth.
All right, guys, so the woke revolutionaries are upset once again over a sports team or a sports player that is refusing to go along with the radical left LGBTQ agenda that is being forced down their throats when some of these teams in these sports leagues are having these so-called pride nights, okay? These nights where they wear the LGBTQ rainbow patch on the uniform in support of the LGBTQ community. Now, again, this is being forced down these players' throats because they signed up to play sport, okay, to go out there and to play, not to be social justice activists, where they have to wear these patches in support of a movement that they may not necessarily agree with from a religious perspective. And last year we saw in the MLB, this was an issue, as I believe it was the Tampa Bay Rays. There were players that decided that, hey, we're not going to wear the LGBTQ pride patch during Pride Night. And again, a whole lot of people got super upset about that. Now you have this coming to the NHL. As they're trying to go woke, okay? They've gone as far as to sponsor transgender hockey games, right? In which one transgender female got hurt, right, by a transgender male. But that's besides the point. Because in their real league, the actual regular league, you have Flyers player Ivan Provorov getting a whole lot of backlash from the woke mob for skipping warmups over his refusal to wear the Pride Night jersey. Okay, so doing warm-ups, apparently they were supposed to wear the LGBTQ patch in support of, you know, pride or whatever. And even Provorov, who is Russian Orthodox, he is Christian, said, I'm not going to participate in this. Okay, I'm not going along with this. This goes against my religious beliefs. And of course, the media had a whole lot to say about it. They asked him about it, and this is what he had to say. Take a look.
Everybody, I respect everybody's choices. My choice is to stay true to myself and my religion. That's all I'm going to say.
How do your religious beliefs?
Like I said, that's all I'm going to comment on that. If you have any hockey questions, I would answer those.
Can you just clarify
What is your religion?
Can you clarify your religion?
Russian Orthodox.
So with the game tonight, Ivan, obviously Kevin Hayes got a hat trick, and Rasmus's first goal of the season. Can you walk us through the emotion that the team is feeling in that?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so in a normal world, this should be non-controversial, right? This should be, okay, the guy says this is against his religious beliefs, and that should be respected, and it should be the end of it. But of course, it's not the end of it. As the woke media had a lot to say about this, and in particular, I want to talk about this guy from Breakfast Television, Sid60, who had a full-blown meltdown over the fact that Ivan Provorov was standing up for his religious beliefs by refusing to wear the LGBTQ pride patch. Take a look.
Three things, technically. Provorov also spoke to the media after the game and echoed what Tortorella said, so I didn't feel the need to run it. This happened in baseball last year with the Tampa Bay Rays. There were 5 members of the Tampa Bay Rays who wouldn't wear a patch supporting gay rights. Mm-hmm. And Major League Baseball didn't do much. It was a story for a little bit. John Tortorella, many years ago, when racial injustice, and it still is till this day, but when Colin Kaepernick first started kneeling during national anthem, said anyone who does that on my team is going to sit. And he has a son who's an Army Ranger. So it's not like Tortorella in the past hasn't spoken on sensitive issues. The theme from the National Hockey League is hockey is for everyone, okay? The theme is not hockey is for everyone, ... unless you don't believe in gay rights, then do whatever you want. If the National Hockey League is going to do this, if any league is going to do this, do it properly or reevaluate what you're doing. Because there's not a lot of repercussions that I'm seeing from any league. Now, it could change with the NHL. Could change with the NHL. I think you fine the Flyers $1 million for this. I'm not kidding. Figure this out and stop offending people on nights where it's not about that. It's supposed to be about inclusivity. The National Hockey League need to attack this and figure this out. Because what I heard last night was offensive and didn't make any sense. Because, for instance, if that was a military night, okay?
Right.
If anyone in Canada or in the States on a military appreciation night wouldn't wear a jersey pregame, do you have any idea the uproar that would have happened on that? Do you have any idea the backlash? Do you have any idea what happened on social media? It's ridiculous what would have happened.
It was just a minute ago we were talking about the uproar that was happening with FIFA fever, where if you were seen with so much as a rainbow anywhere, you had to fear for your life, imprisonment, or death. Yeah. Seriously. So, and now here we are.
I just think the NHL has to do something here. This is not good enough. This is not good enough. Hockey is for everyone, ... unless you don't agree with gay rights is not the phrasing of this. You're either in this or you're not. And one last point. Nothing scares me more than any human being who says, I'm not doing this because of my religious beliefs. Because when you looked in people's lives, you normally say that publicly, you'd throw up at what you saw. You would throw up at what you saw. And I have seen that a million times in a lot of different ways. So don't give me that. With respect. Don't give me that, because no one's perfect. All right? Don't feed me the religious beliefs line. And all of a sudden the NHL is going to back off this. The National Hockey League today needs to find that organization $1 million and reevaluate how they support gay rights. Because that is insulting. That is the #1 trending topic in Canada. That is insulting what happened in Philadelphia. And if the NHL's serious about this, they say they are, we'll see. Mm-hmm. We'll see how serious they are today. But that whole thing was mishandled, and part of me couldn't believe it. Part of me could, considering how the NHL sometimes handles things.
And it's too important, and that's why you're continuing to talk about it, because you're not just going to brush it under the rug.
Well said, D.
Yeah, so you've seen that, you heard that. Okay, this guy's pissed. He thinks that the NHL attempting to be woke and having one of their players refuse to wear the pride patch because of his religious beliefs means that the NHL is not doing enough for so-called gay rights, right? I'm not sure what wearing a patch is going to do for gay folks, okay? Just like I'm not sure what kneeling for the national anthem is going to do for black people. But apparently all these gestures are so important. It's so important that these players participate in these gestures for whatever reason. I don't know why. They haven't been able to clearly explain or articulate why is it so important, whose life is actually going to be helped by this, right? Whose life is going to be made better or whatever by this gesture. But apparently they think it's so important that, again, this guy is basically saying that the league should fine the Flyers because one of their players refuses to wear the pride patch, right? I think he said like $1 million or something. Absolutely ridiculous, man. It is crazy how much disrespect there is in, I guess, the Western world for religious beliefs, particularly when it comes to Christianity, okay? Because Muslims tend to get more of a leeway, right? People don't want to offend Muslims because they're seen as being a part of a racial minority, right? More so than Christians, who are seen to be, more white, okay? They're less of a racial minority. So Muslims kind of get, a little bit of a pass when it comes to stuff. It's okay if you say, look, well, I'm Muslim, I don't do this. They're not really going to say too much, okay? But if you're a Christian and you say, look, I'm Christian and I don't jive with this, like, I'm not cool with this. Oh, you're a bigot. Oh, you hate gays, right? Oh, you're against LGBTQ rights. And it's like, no, my religious beliefs, I'm just not trying to support this. I'm not against them. I don't think that they should have, unequal rights. I don't think that they should be discriminated against. I think that they're human beings just like everybody else, but I'm just not going to come out in support of, them liking to sleep with people of the same sex or, not liking their genitalia and wanting to cut it off and all the other shenanigans and stuff that they're into. I'm just not going to come out here and support it. Right? I'm not going to come out here and just, rally against it either, but I'm just not going to support it. I think that is the stance of Mr. Provorov, but again, apparently that's not good enough, right? Not good enough. Just being neutral, saying, look, I don't have an opinion. I'm religious, so therefore I don't support it. But at the same time, hey, I want equal rights for everybody. Not good enough, right? Not good enough. Apparently that makes you a bad person. When, again, in a sane society, when somebody says, I object because of my religious beliefs, it used to be like this, right? I object because of my religious beliefs, people say, okay, right? And that's it. And they move on. No. In 2023, you have to throw aside your religion, set aside your religion for the new religion, the religion of wokeness, okay? And you have to worship at the altar of wokeness, which includes LGBTQ. That's a fundamental aspect of it. And if you don't do that, then you're going to be burned at the stake, right? And the modern day burning at the stake or lynching is basically cancellation. Right? Cancellation is what happened to you. That is the modern day burning at the stake, the modern day lynching for anybody who doesn't adhere to the woke religion. Again, it's ridiculous. And then this guy wants to make the comparison when he talks about, oh, well, if this was the military, people would be upset if he refused to wear a military patch on his uniform and yada, 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 and such and such and such. Well, my response to that is this. Here's the thing. I think people should be appreciative of the military. I think, honoring the military is less controversial than the pride patch thing. But look, here's the thing. I wouldn't mind seeing a world, right, a sports world where, hey, we just get rid of all of it, right? We just stick to sports, okay? And that's it, right? We stick to sports. And if that means I don't have to see the LGBTQ patch, the communist fist, BLM, and racism, hey, it is what it is. But again, I guarantee you, even if you agree to that, they would still be mad about it. They would still be upset. It wouldn't be enough. Because again, it's not about the military, right? It's about the fact that they just want LGBTQ to be forced down your throat everywhere you go. Okay, you can't turn on the TV and watch a commercial without it being LGBTQ or diverse and inclusive. You can't watch a game. You can't do anything without this stuff showing up. They want it to be in front of your face 24/7. And if you object to it because of your religious beliefs, then again, you get burned at the stake, right? This is what happens. When I think that it should be enough just to say, hey, I respect this person's religious beliefs. They don't want to wear it. Okay, cool. That's it. That's it. Just be done with it. Right? But no. We can't do that anymore. You have to adhere to this. You have to support it regardless of your religious beliefs or you're a hateful person. But with that being said, Mr. Provorov, stand up for your beliefs. Keep standing up for your religion. Don't bend to the woke mob. And you're setting a great example for young Christian athletes that may be pressured to participate in these activities that are against their religious beliefs. Keep standing up. People are going to be there to support you. More people are going to support you than are going to hate you, even though it may not seem that way because of the backlash that he's going to get from the woke sports media. But we're standing behind you. Don't fold. Do not fold to the mob. Stand on your beliefs. And at the end of the day, we can win this fight. Okay, we can win this fight because it's ridiculous that you have teams that are forcing and coercing these players to wear these patches against their religious beliefs. It's ridiculous. Let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, most importantly, share a Black conservative perspective. Peace.